Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Shaping Your Future weekly video series. This morning, I was woke around 5 o'clock in the morning or so to sirens, fire engines going down the street. And of course, wanting to know exactly what was going on, I walked out the front door and lo and behold, about 3-4 houses down across the street, it was completely engulfed in flames. Somebody's home was just, it looked like something out of a Hollywood movie set, which is, of course, at 5 in the morning, you're not really recognizing, something just doesn't seem right. Something seems very much out of place in that type of situation. And it jarred me into really considering several things, such as how exactly that happened, wondering what was it? And immediately the first things that came to my mind were the issues that my wife can drive me nuts about. Husbands out there, I'm sure I'm not the only person here, but things such as refusing to go to sleep if the dryer's on, and more often than not, having to turn the car around when we're going on a family vacation right after we leave the neighborhood to make sure that we turned off the oven or the stove. Now, I've of course written these things off as just insanity and like this is over worry, anxiety. This doesn't, this is not founded in reality. But it wasn't until that moment where I saw somebody's entire home going up in flames that I immediately thought back to all the times that I've given my wife a hard time about these particular issues. Because in her mind, she saw that as the end result and what she was trying to avoid. And this made me think about several ways that we deal with decision making in a rapidly changing environment. For so many of us, we tend to believe that we have everything figured out because our experience, because the way that we've been doing things, there's just no way that something could come along out of nowhere and completely disrupt the way that our lives are run or our business is run. And this, of course, is the, this is the linchpin. This is what makes so many organizations crumble when some new type of technology or disruption comes along and wipes out their organization. So what came to mind out of all of this, other than realizing that I need to apologize to my wife for giving her a hard time about those issues, was that there's a few ways that we can quickly determine whether or not we are being short-sighted or closed-minded about decisions, about potential disruptions, about things that could be completely changing the way that we live or the way that we do business. And number one is, if somebody tells you that something could have a major impact on your industry, that some new technology could completely overturn it or reinvent it altogether, leaving you in the dust, and your first reaction is, that would never happen, that's impossible, then chances are you need to slow down and reevaluate because you may be in denial. The second is that recognizing that people around you, even though they may not move as fast as you, maybe they don't make decisions as quick as you do, there's still a great deal of validity to the concerns that they may have. Now, especially if it's founded in an end result that can be disastrous for your home, but in this case, right, for your business or for your entire industry. My hope for you as you turn this video off and when you're done is to step back and think about, maybe if it's business, maybe if it's life, about concerns that have been placed before you that have been framed in your mind as inconvenient, and to ask yourself whether or not you've been rushing to a conclusion that those things are impossible, that the person bringing up that concern or the group bringing up that concern, they just don't understand and they're wasting time or they're anxious about nothing. Ask yourself whether or not their concern was actually legitimate. Because the worst that can happen is that you start to ask those questions when it's too late. When your house is up in flames. As always, thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on social media, send it to friends, family, colleagues, anybody that you feel will find value in this. And of course, I'd love to hear from you as well. So comment, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, please leave your comments down below. And always you can reach out to me directly, let me know what you thought. And of course, as always, if you want to find out more about me and my work, you can visit my site at thejarednicholsgroup.com and contact me directly from there. All right, see you next week.